They're HGTV gold. But what's really behind those sparkling smiles? From family trauma to legal dust-ups, here's the truth about Fixer to Fabulous stars Dave and Jenny Mars. Dave and Jenny Mars met while working for Rubbermaid in 2002. The future HGTV stars didn't work in the same department, but their paths eventually crossed. At the time, Dave's position required that he relocate often, which meant that the couple spent the first chapter of their courtship doing long distance. Later, Dave explained to About You magazine, "I did the corporate world for 2 years, which was enough. It allowed me to meet Jenny, but I just got sick of it." In 2004, Dave left the office to pursue construction in Arkansas. He was no stranger to the trade, having grown up building log cabins with his father. That same year, Jenny moved with him, and they married in early 2005, making Arkansas their home. As the couple settled in Arkansas, they had dreams of trying their hand at house flipping. But the reality of their money situation set in fast. As Dave told People magazine, "We quit our jobs, we had nothing." They quickly realized that at least one person would need to earn a steady income until their house flipping business took off. Jenny landed another office job, which offered some financial security. She said, "We were so broke, but we had the most fun."
It's really a challenge. It's hard.
It is.
Dave fondly joked about calling Jenny his sugar mama. Still, even with Jenny's steady income, the couple went through some financially straining years. Dave shared, "You learn to save in the really good times, so it could take you through those valleys." Once they were ready to start a family, Dave and Jenny faced a slew of infertility issues. By 2008, they had all but given up on the prospect of having children biologically. Still, they were determined to grow their family, so they began looking into adoption. But the road to adopting a child proved to be just as tricky. As Jenny recalled to the Kelly's Corner blog, "In 2008, we jumped on a roller coaster when we started the process to adopt. Doors slammed shut left and right. After another failed match, we decided to make one last-ditch effort with fertility treatments." By 2009, Jenny was pregnant with their twin boys, Nathan and Ben. Jenny was worried about not being able to carry the twins to term. In a 2020 Instagram post, she wrote, "These hats were among the first items I allowed myself to purchase for our babies on the way. Out of fear from all of the years of loss, I held my joy for these new lives close during my pregnancy." Jenny's first pregnancy was high risk. In the summer of 2010, she went into labor prematurely. As she wrote in her 2023 book, House Plus Love Equals Home, "When I was 29 weeks along, I unexpectedly went into preterm labor, and I was airlifted to Little Rock because our local hospital's NICU wasn't equipped to care for 29-week-old preemies. Once in Little Rock, the twins were able to hang on in utero for a little longer." On May 29, 2010, Nathan and Ben were born at just 33 weeks. Jenny shared, "The boys were born 4 weeks after that terrifying helicopter ride through the Arkansas night sky. They had an equally terrifying entrance into the world." The twins then spent weeks in a hospital closer to the family's home. Jenny and Dave stayed with the boys in the hospital. Reflecting on her son's journey, Jenny posted to Instagram, "In 2 days, I'll have 2 teenagers and I couldn't be more grateful." Even after their twin boys came into the world, Dave and Jenny still wanted to adopt. They first saw the adoption profile for their daughter Sylvie while working with an adoption agency in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The first time they connected with Sylvie virtually in an interview, they clicked. As Dave recalled to People, "I feel like God put it on our hearts that she was ours. And right when you knew, it was just like, yup, it was a key in a lock." Jenny likened their first physical meeting with Sylvie to the birth of their biological children. But adopting Sylvie and moving her to Arkansas was a long and complicated process. At the time, the Congolese government shut down, pausing all adoptions. Sylvie's paperwork was finalized in 2013, but it would take more than 600 days to bring her home. During that time in limbo, Dave and Jenny found a Congolese couple to foster Sylvie until she was cleared to travel to the United States. From the jump, Dave and Jenny were wary of the consequences of becoming reality TV stars. When HGTV first emailed them about possibly doing a show, they figured it was spam and moved on. Once they realized that the network was legitimately interested, they still didn't jump at the chance. Jenny shared in an exclusive with The List, "Once you put yourself out in the public eye, you're opening yourself up to scrutiny and all of the people's opinions. Really, we were most concerned about protecting our kids."
Felt like it was a good opportunity that we should at least At least try.
They ultimately decided to give the series a shot, hoping to leverage their platform. As Jenny told the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, "You know, if at the end of the day we did all this, and we're a laughingstock on television, but maybe we got a little more publicity for the nonprofit, or maybe people thought a little more about adoption, then this would all be worth it." In 2018, Dave and Jenny renovated Dana and Tyler Craddock's home for Fixer to Fabulous, but things didn't go according to plan. According to court documents, Mars Construction Inc. and Mars Developing LLC landed in hot water with the homeowners. The Craddocks alleged that the development company wasn't licensed when the job began. They also claimed it didn't get the necessary permits for the job, nor did it bring in professional inspectors to make sure the work was up to code. Court documents also alleged that even after the work was revealed to the homeowners, there were multiple deficiencies in the construction. There were concerns about the quality and safety of outdoor balconies, the lack of safe electrical outlets in the kitchen, and proper ventilation for the commercial range stove. The Craddocks asked for $75,000 in compensation. After some bad press for the Mars brand, the case was ultimately dismissed. In 2023, homeowners Matthew and Sarah McGrath also filed a lawsuit against the HGTV stars. The McGraths claimed that they had signed a contract with Mars Construction Inc. and Jupiter Rentals, owned by Dave Mars, to renovate a home in Bella Vista, Arkansas. According to a local CBS station, the McGraths claimed the Mars companies failed to perform the upgrades despite being paid.
Got a big problem in here.
What?
We've got a big problem.
Previously, in August 2022, when Mars had been called out for failing to hold up his part of the contract, he attempted to complete some of the promised work. But those attempts allegedly resulted in more damage. The contract promised that any defects would be repaired at Mars's expense. But the McGraths claimed that Dave Mars failed to abide by the contract terms. The trial is set to begin in September 2024, with Mars's reputation also vulnerable to punitive damages.
Every day is a brand new form of crazy.
Dave and Jenny Mars work a grind that often spills into their personal lives. As Dave told Better Homes and Gardens, "I'm an eyes open at 4 a.m. kind of person, and Jenny's still up at 10 p.m. with her mental wheels turning." Despite Jenny's late-night work sessions, she's up and running her family's early morning routines. Those include farm chores, corralling their 5 children, and pinning down all the nitty-gritty details of their many projects. She said, "The cameras are on all day, and we don't have time to stop. Mostly, I'm glued to my phone, checking on orders, reading texts. There's never a relaxed timeline. It's always a rush with no wiggle room. We always need everything tomorrow." On a normal shoot day, the camera crew arrives in the morning after the Mars kids head off to school. Then, the Marses and their team trek from worksite to worksite, filming all the happenings of as many as 4 renovations at a time. The couple admitted that it can be difficult for them to find time to step away from their work. Jenny said, "The hard thing about working together is it's always going. We're sitting at dinner and Dave says, 'Hey, did you get the light?' And I say, 'Oh shoot, let me check.'" This HGTV power couple is all about the modern farmhouse design aesthetic, but they aren't chasing a trend. Like Magnolia Network owners Chip and Joanna Gaines, the Mars couple actually live on their own farm. There, they keep various animals on their property, an experience which provides the opportunity to teach their kids about responsibility and discipline. Of course, it also comes with some hard truths about the destiny of livestock. The fact is, even the animals that enjoy life more like pets aren't going to live forever. In September of 2022, the couple's daughter Charlotte's sheep, Sunny, passed away from illness. In March of that year, the family's llama, Larry, had died as well. Jenny posted in an Instagram story, "We loved you so very much, buddy. You have no idea how much I'm going to miss your goofy smile. Farm life can be both beautiful and brutal. Today is certainly one of the hard days." Still, as Jenny tells it, she's always deepening her faith because of the way her kids love the animals on the farm.